Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's Coffee Talk with the J. Harmon Home Team. This is Brett Garner filling in for Jonathan Harmon, who's on a little hiatus this beginning of the week thanks to spring break. And sorry we're bringing it to you in the afternoon, but spring break does move people's schedules around, so it's an afternoon special edition of Coffee Talk today. I'm here with Lance Lee. If you lived in Smyrna any length of time, you probably know a Lee, or you may even be related to one. But anyhow, Lance, a good friend of mine. We go way back, and I wanted to talk to him today a little bit about him, and then also let him talk some about his life in public service and ways that you can get involved. So, Lance, why don't you give us the 30,000-mile view of who Lance Lee is and what he's done?
Well, first of all, Brett, I want to thank you for the opportunity to just be here today and also to talk to the public. I'm very fortunate to have been born and raised in Rutherford County. I've lived here my whole life. I basically have over 25 years of public service, something I'm very proud of, and basically what I want to express today is how people can get involved in what they can do for the community. Basically, it all started in the early 1990s. I actually was fortunate enough to
Don't date yourself.
I know, I'm getting a little old. I was fortunate enough to get involved with the Smyrna Fire Department. And back then, James Farmer was our fire chief.
Yeah.
And Mark O'Neill was our assistant fire chief. And I was fortunate enough to get on in the fire service. And that's kind of how my public service started.
And how long were you at the fire department?
Probably almost 10 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you saw the change to Bill Culberson as chief?
Yes, sir. Actually, Bill Culberson became chief. And I actually was fortunate enough to be hired full-time on when Chief Culberson was the fire chief.
Awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
So started there, and obviously was fortunate enough to continue to stay involved after that. I was a member of the Planning Commission. Then that kind of evolved into being fortunate enough to be elected to the Smyrna Town Council for 9 years.
And you served when my dad was on the council too, right?
I think I came in right after
after.
Mr. Garner.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And then after I was elected official for 9 years, of course, I was fortunate enough during that time to actually be a business owner in Rutherford County. And then obviously after that, I became involved in some other things that I'm dealing with today.
Okay, so you're currently working for a company called Polyguard, right?
Yes, sir. I work for a company called Polyguard Products. They're a waterproofing manufacturer out of basically the Dallas, Texas area. I work from my home. I'm remote. I'm the highway division manager. It's basically construction. I do waterproofing basically on bridge decks and overpasses and ramps of highways.
So heavy construction stuff.
Yes, sir.
So if you know anybody that has a heavy construction company out there, he's your guy for waterproofing products.
Yes, sir.
And also like geotextiles and things too, right? Y'all have
Yes,
a
sir.
division for that?
Some of our products involve geotextiles. That's part of our system that goes into our product. So yes, it does involve
Okay.
geotextiles.
So that's a word for you to look up today if you didn't know what geotextiles is. Or a lot of high density polyethylene and propylene products, right?
Correct. Correct.
Awesome. So, okay, that's a little bit about your professional life.
Okay.
Now tell us some of the things that you've done to serve the community. A big passion of mine is ways for people to get involved and be active in the community. One of the things I say is I like to serve others to build stronger communities, and one of the ways you can do that is just to be involved, be out there, be active, and you've done a lot of those things.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people believe that you either have to have a lot of money or a lot of additional time to do things like this, but it doesn't require that. You can serve your community in a lot of capacities without having a lot of that, but it does take up your time. But it also gives you a sense of pride in where you live and makes our communities better because you get to connect with more people. So kind of give us an idea of what you've done public service-wise, but more in a civic role other than actually serving on the council.
I'll be happy to do that. First of all, I would say it all started for me when I was on the fire department. I actually was able to get involved with some mentoring programs at the Smyrna Primary School, and probably one of my strongest, I call it my achievements. It may seem like a small thing, but it was, you don't realize how much you're affecting the other people that you're around sometimes. I was able to actually help a young lady at Smyrna Primary. I went over there twice a week and just helped her. She was struggling with her reading. So the teachers kind of hooked me up. I went over there and I worked with this young lady for basically a year and a half and helped her with her reading. And then obviously she excelled with that later. So I was in the mentoring program at Smyrna Primary. I served on a couple of different boards. One of them was the Smyrna Senior Citizens Board of Directors, which is a local organization here.
So that's with the Senior Citizens Center over on, what is that, Ridgely?
Yeah, Ridley Street, right behind the Smyrna Library.
Public library, right.
Yes, sir. I also served on the Smyrna Charity Assistance Board. The City of Smyrna. That was basically a board that helped at that time. At that time, the city was giving some money to nonprofits, and we helped make the decisions on who received that money and who it went to.
Oh, awesome. Now, was that still in existence? Or
Yes,
has that morphed into something else?
No, it's still in existence. Smyrna Charity Assistance Board, yes, sir. And presently, I serve on I'm on the Board of Trustees for the Motlow College Foundation.
Oh, big plug for Motlow.
Yes.
They've done a lot for teaching trades and getting people into those higher paying jobs in industry in our county. And Motlow's really become very involved in Smyrna's growth, and making it a better place to live, better quality of life, and better quality of living. So kind of tell me a little bit more about what you do as a trustee at Motlow.
Okay. Basically, obviously, we're just basically at the we're a local face in the community, number one for Motlow. And then one of our other roles is to basically raise funds. Right now we're actually working on raising funds for the third building. Obviously that would be matching funds. Obviously there's a lot of organizations involved that give money, including the state. It goes even back as far as the land being donated. So there's a lot of different entities that come together. And one thing I would like the community to know is this is such a giving community. There's so many businesses out there that you don't realize, local businesses, small businesses, that are giving their money and their profits to organizations such as this. So anybody that wants education and can better themselves can do that. I think everybody needs to be involved with something that they have a passion for.
Right.
And there's so many boards out there that we can't even get enough people to serve on. Whether it's the City of Laverne, Town of Smyrna, City of Murfreesboro, you got Parks and Rec. I mean, you could go on and on with all the different organizations. If you just go to the websites and look, there's all kind of entities you can volunteer and be involved with. But as far as Motlow right now, we're on our third annual fundraiser. It's our Motlow Barbecue. Make sure I get the dates right.
We got to
here.
plug an event here. Now this will wind up on our weekend planner also. So if you need more details, check out our weekend planner. If you don't get the weekend planner, shoot me an email or message to this video, and I'll make sure you get on the list.
Yeah, thank you. This will be our third annual Motlow Barbecue. It's called Denim and Diamonds this year. It'll be June the 15th from 5:30 to 9:30 p.m. It will actually be at the Smyrna Event Center here in Smyrna. And like I said before, we're trying to benefit Smyrna Building number 3 of the Smyrna campus. And obviously it's hosted by the Motlow College Foundation.
Yeah, show them that flyer there. So
here's the flyer here.
Idea. Yeah, and I mean Motlow's grown tremendously fast since they've been here in Smyrna.
Yes.
I mean from the campus that started over at the air base to now we have a real campus.
Oh, it's wonderful. And the beauty of it is now is the connections that Motlow has made with like NTSU, for example, or the technology centers, for an example, across from Nissan.
From Nissan, right.
A lot of people don't realize they're all working together so things can transfer.
Right.
So as students of any age can develop their careers, they're able to take the 2-year degree and go on with the 4-year degree. And Motlow, it's just amazing all the different programs they have over there, from construction management to nursing. It goes on and on with what they're offering our young people and adults, obviously now too. And the way all of our educational systems are working together, it's just wonderful. The development plan we've developed with each other across the county.
That's awesome. I know I got to hear Dan Caldwell speak at my Rotary Club meeting about a month ago, and he talked about the integration between TCAT, Motlow, MTSU, and even on a more base level at the high schools with like Oakland's Vectronics program. And I mean, it's a pretty amazing process that you can get in high school credits that will carry on with you to TCAT, that then you can go that next step on up to Motlow, and then continue that farther to MTSU, and you look at all the different graduations in pay scales and benefits, great opportunities for people that live right here to get a great education and better themselves. So if you can, get out to the Denman Diamonds to support Motlow. And now you've also served with Line Ball too, right? The library board?
Yes, sir. I'm presently the chair of the Line Ball Library Foundation Board. And basically that is a nonprofit fundraising arm for basically the library system in Rutherford County. I think it was started in 2001, if I've got the year right, to help us go out and get other funds that aren't readily available, that are normal monies that come in from the city and the county that appropriate part of their funds to our operating expenses. So that's the fundraising. And recently we committed to committing to 3 years of operating expenses for the new Technology Engagement Center, which is on the Hobgood Elementary campus in Murfreesboro.
So if you don't know what that is, there's a outreach facility there at the Hobgood School, and this gives people that don't necessarily have access to internet and computers a place to go. And I mean, they have conference rooms and
for meeting
spaces. I mean, there's a lot of resources there. Even, let's say, a startup business or another nonprofit, or anybody that needs that beginning stage to grow their business or grow their group can use those spaces, and it's inexpensive or free depending
basically it's free, yes,
on the group. So all you need is a library card.
Yep.
And go down there and see those great people. And I mean, that's been open now. It opened last year,
2018,
right?
correct.
Okay, so like spring last year, right?
Correct.
And now you were active in the fundraising arm of that, and I know that you went to the ribbon cutting.
Sure.
I saw the pictures. So how much utilization, or do you know right now, is the resource center?
It'll amaze you. One thing that opens my eyes up, if you just take the Smyrna Public Library over here across from the fire station, if you go in anywhere, any time of the day, it'll amaze you at how full. The computers will be full, Brett. The tables will be full. I don't think the community really realizes how much it is used and the wonderful services that it provides, especially our young people.
Right.
A lot of people don't even realize there is so many people out there that don't even have internet service or computers. And sometimes maybe it's a fault of ours. We really don't look at that.
Well, we take it for granted.
Yeah, we do.
We all have it.
Yeah.
You just think about your smartphone or your tablet or whatever, and you don't ever really think that there are people that are still out there that don't have those things or don't have access to them at home. But we have a great free place for them to go and use those.
Well, and basically what it does too is it's something as simple as putting an application to work. Well, so much is done online now. Well, it gives them the avenue to go and do that. And they have, and just like the TEC we were just talking about, it's very advanced in its technology too. So they can continue to use that as they progress with their business or personal, and so many things in our schools and our universities now. Have to have access to that. So it's a wonderful tool for our community.
Now, you got any future plans on the next board or commission you've been asked to serve on or gonna serve on?
Well, presently, like getting back, I'm very content with what I'm on now. I like to be involved with things that help people either advance their career, or I want to make sure that anybody that wants to progress or do better in life has the opportunity to. And that's part of the reason I am involved with the Linebaugh Library Foundation and Motlow. It's just my passion for these type organizations because they help people progress and do better.
Do better,
and
right.
Part of all these organizations, Brett, too, is we want people to become good citizens. We want them to be involved in the community. I was so fortunate to be born and raised here. I could give you a list of names, including your father, and I could go on and on, that had good influence.
Right.
And you don't realize how you affect people.
I appreciate that, by the way.
Yes. So, but I could have a list of the men and women that affected my lives and helped mold me into the person I am today. And I think, obviously, you got to mature and get old enough to really realize how important that was.
Right.
And Motlow and the library and things such as these organizations, they not only give you education and help you, but they mold you to be involved in your community and give back.
Right.
And if we could, regardless of our views, even politically or what we think about things, I think that's one thing the community can all agree on. We want young people to become productive citizens,
right,
and better the community. And that's something we
be
can
involved.
all agree on. Be involved. Yes,
be
sir.
involved in something. It really is so easy to be able to serve, whether you join a civic organization. I recently joined the Rotary Club in Murfreesboro. Jonathan is a Rotarian in Smyrna. My parents have been involved with Lions Club for decades, and those are great organizations that help fuel the service projects and things you see in the community. There are a myriad of other groups out there that you can join that a lot of them don't have dues or any cost associated with them. It is just giving of your time. But when you do give, you'll see an impact that you make in your community, and making those impacts, it makes a difference for a lot of people.
Right.
I mean, the downtown area here, Smyrna, the downtown area in Murfreesboro, they're great places for people to congregate, come together. The new memorial out at the Lee Victory Park.
Sure.
You've got the new Rotary Park being constructed. I mean, all these great things in our community, and you can be a part of that. And it's really easy to do. And public service is one of those things I'm passionate about, and I know Lance is.
Yes.
I hope that we can kind of encourage you to find a way to give back and be active, because that buy-in in your community is huge. When you have buy-in, you see things like people take care of property. People are willing to get out and do a public service project, whether it's cleaning up the greenway or volunteering time at the library, or any other projects that you see people out and about in town doing. And they may not bring you a lot of publicity, or it may not be glamorous, but they're things that need to be done.
Right. Well, it's just like we're sitting here today in downtown Smyrna.
Right.
When I was on the council, I was fortunate enough. Probably one of my proudest moments is just what we have here now. And we just continue, the present council continues to build on that. Somebody asked me that the other day about what's your proudest accomplishment, and I would say probably just getting the downtown Smyrna where it's at and saving the depot.
Right.
That was so important to me. I can remember coming downtown with my grandmother. I call it the Five and Dime. I think it's where the ice cream shop is right next to us over here.
Right.
The post office was in the old pawn shop.
Pawn shop, yep.
My mom got on to me one day. She's like, "You said you remember going down there." So I started telling her all about it. She thought I didn't remember it. I said, "Oh, Mom, I remember going down there with Mama Lee." But you look at how it's progressed and where we're at now and the things that go on down here,
Yes.
It is wonderful. It's just wonderful what we've done here in downtown Smyrna.
Smyrna's got a great community, great leaders, and things that you can notice. The changes that have happened downtown are amazing, and we hope that they continue. I really liked that they restored the Purity advertisement on the old theater down there. That was cool. Things like that, they wouldn't happen if people weren't civically involved and active in their community. So anything else you want to add to our conversation today? Any ways to encourage our viewers to get involved or do something different?
Just whether it's county, Laverne, Smyrna, or Murfreesboro, all you got to go to is to the county websites or to the city websites. They will show you all the opportunities you can to be on a board. So please, no excuse.
Right.
Get online, look that up, or ask somebody that is involved. We can tell you plenty of ways you can get involved in the community. And Rutherford County as a whole is just amazing how many people come together and how many good organizations there are out there doing wonderful things.
Now with Motlow or the line ball system, are they able to contact you in any way to help benefit those groups that you're already a part of?
I have no problem putting my email out there, my personal email.
Okay.
It's real simple. It's lancelee866@gmail.com. That's lancelee866@gmail.com.
Okay.
Any way I can help you with any organizations I'm involved in, I will be happy to do that.
Okay. And I know when Mary Esther Reed did her interview a couple of weeks ago, she talked about, there are always positions that need to be filled.
Yes.
Volunteer roles that need to be filled. So definitely reach out there, find something you're passionate about, find something you can get behind, be part of your community, and let's build those stronger relationships and build a stronger community. And if you don't have anything else, folks, I'll get Lance's contact info, his email put into the post here so you can have that. And definitely tell your friends, get out there, get involved. And if you're involved in something, get your friends and neighbors involved in that same thing. Looks like you got some folks giving you some props out there.
Oh, right.
We got Jesse and Christy, who we know love you.
Oh, sure.
And then Lane Yoder. Also giving some go Lance there.
She's awesome. She's awesome.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad we were able to connect today. There's good stuff out there.
Yes.
Don't forget about Denim and Diamonds. We'll make sure that that's in our weekend planner for you. That goes out every week. If you're looking for something to do, we give you great stuff all over Middle Tennessee to get out and be active. So, live from Carpe Cafe, this is Coffee Talk with Brett Garner and Lance Lee. And join Jonathan next week when he's back for his regular broadcast Tuesday morning. Thanks, everybody. I hope you have a great afternoon. Bye.